Nobody wants that. No one wants to look like a raccoon. No one. Hey guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. Today is going to be so fun. We are talking about a new product launch, which everyone was shook by when they found out Kosas was launching a mascara. Knees buckled, earth quaked, wigs snatched. Like, everyone was so excited because Kosas has kind of the 5-minute face, 10-second face kind of vibe, and one thing kind of missing was the finishing touch, that mascara. So their launch was super exciting for everyone. I have so many thoughts and opinions. I have some good, some maybe not so good. I want to give you a full rundown on the product, give you a full pros and cons of it, and then also compare it to other clean beauty mascaras that we have talked about on this channel. And then at the end, we'll kind of do a roundup and let you know whether or not I think it is worth the purchase. So I feel like let's kind of just jump in and get started because there's a lot to talk about. And again, I don't need another 28-minute video. Nobody needs that. Nobody wants that. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe, and let's jump in and talk about the Big Clean Mascara from Kosas. All right, you guys, product review. So this is the Big Clean Mascara from Kosas. It has kind of a ombre look. It goes from pink to red, which I actually really like. I think it's a really unique look for mascara, and I love a little punch of color in my like makeup, you know, vanity. It's always nice to have something that looks a little bit different because I do feel like a lot of mascaras can tend to look the same. This is really nice. It also is very weighty, not in a bad way, not in a way that it's gonna like weigh down your makeup bag, but like it's heavier and it feels definitely more luxurious when I'm holding it in comparison to like some of the other mascaras I have in front of me here. So now let's open the mascara. So this is what it looks like. It kind of has like a shape here. The bristles are just traditional bristles. They are not plastic. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So it kind of just has like a half moon shape kind of. I really like brushes like that because you can kind of really get into the lash line there. That's also why I really like the Lily Lolo mascara. And in the past when I wasn't using clean mascaras, I really liked the Better Than Sex and the Lash Paradise because they have a brush that kind of has a little bit of a like hue in there as well, so you can really get in there and get close to the lash line. I really like that. You can really build up your lashes. So this formulation is supposed to be better for your lashes, so it's supposed to be, you know, have your lashes be healthier, feel healthier. If you have any breakage, which it does happen just in life even if you don't have lash extensions, but lash extensions can create some serious breakage, some split ends, some just like irritation to your lashes. And a mascara that's cleaner, that is, you know, formulated in a way that's better for your lashes, I think is super cool. This is meant to be a fluffy style mascara that gives you volume and just fluffs out your lashes, which I really like that lash look in general, like a nice fluffy lash. Sometimes I love a clumpy lash, I just do, especially on like nights out where you're doing a really like cool smoky eye look. A clumpy lash sometimes can just like be perfect. Now, the formulation of this, I will say, is a lot waxier than maybe your everyday mascara, and it definitely takes a little bit more time to dry down than your everyday mascara as well because it just is waxier. So let's say you do a coat of mascara, okay, do a coat on this side, then you come back, you do a coat on this side, coat on this side. I don't know about you, I'm generally a 2 like coat gal. 3 coats just feels aggressive to me. For me personally, in my everyday life, I just feel like my lashes would feel like they're 1,000 pounds. I don't know about you. I feel like most people are 2 coat mascara people, but if you're a 3 coater, let us know down below. Let me know. Do you feel like it makes your lashes feel heavy? Because I feel like it makes my lashes feel heavy, but I digress. So this, you know, if you go on with 2 coats and then you like kind of like touch your lashes, which I do. You wouldn't do this normally, okay? I do because when I'm testing, I like to kind of feel how the dry down is and all that stuff. You will get kind of product on your finger if you do not wait enough time. Once it's dried down, it's dried down. You're not going to get like product rubbing off all around your face. But if you don't wait and you're kind of just moving around in your day, you're not giving it a second to dry, you will have mascara everywhere. Just because it takes longer to dry down because of the consistency of the formula. And that just, it's just what the formula is. So that is definitely something to note. Another thing to note, if you use this mascara and you do not do this, you're going to end up hating this mascara. You need to clean off that excess product right there. You need to clean it off of the brush. You have to. You have to. If not, you're going to look insane because there's going to be product that goes everywhere. And because it's a more waxy consistency, it can get messy fast. So just make sure you brush off any chunks of mascara at the end, or if you see like, oh, there's a huge clump on the wand for whatever reason. I have not experienced this, but if you see a clump on the mascara wand, take it off, because if not, it is going to be insane. And also, like, when you get close to the lash line, the product is going to collect right at the lash line because you didn't brush it off, and it just ends up being a nightmare. So that is something I will say, brush off the excess product. Now, when you apply it one coat, literally when you do one coat, you're going to be shook, because I mean, I was shook, they were shook, everyone's shook. Like, I couldn't believe one coat of this mascara, what it does to your lashes. I will say this is not a 3-coater. This is not a 3-coater, because after the second coat, you definitely get that buildup and that, you know, that fluffy lash look. The third coat, it gets clumpy. It just does. It gets clumpy. The formulation just is not necessarily made for 3 coats of mascara because it is more waxy and it takes a little bit of time to dry down. Because of that, it clumps. Now, if you wait, you wait for the 2 coats to dry and then you do a third coat, I did notice that it worked fine and it didn't get super clumpy. But, you know, I would just, in your everyday life, you're not going to want to wait a couple minutes and then, you know, do your third coat and then go out the door. I mean, maybe you do. I don't. I'm impatient. I want my makeup to be done when it's done. If you follow those rules, you definitely won't have any issues with this mascara. And if you're wearing concealer on your bottom lashes, honey, you better set that. You better set it. Set that under eye. If not, it is going to run. Because again, the consistency is a little bit more waxy. It has more oils in it. It's better for your lashes. So just make sure you set your under eyes so you're not looking all types of raccoon by the end of the day. Nobody wants that. No one wants to look like a raccoon. No one. So just make sure you set your under eyes. And honestly, I'm going to say this. With all mascaras, if you're wearing concealer and you're wearing mascara on your bottom lashes, you better set that under eye. Because you're going to look crazy. It doesn't matter what it is. Unless it's like a waterproof mascara, it is going to run. If you set your under eyes, you're not really going to have an issue. At the end of the day, I do notice, like, ever so slightly, if I set my under eyes ever so slightly, that there is like a little bit of mascara that kind of falls down. But I do find, specifically in the summertime, if I'm wearing mascara and I have like concealer, all that stuff underneath my eyes, and I'm wearing mascara on my bottom lashes, I do find it doesn't matter what mascara, unless it's like a heavy duty waterproof one, that there is always a little bit something there, but that doesn't bother me. Okay, now let's talk about it in comparison to other mascaras we've talked about on this channel. So first, let's talk Hint Beauty. The component on this is like that metal feeling as well. It is not as heavy. However, this does have a heavier feel than in comparison to the other mascaras we're going to talk about today. The brush on this is just like a traditional mascara wand. So when I opened it, I was like, honey, this is not going to impress me. But I was shook by how good this is. This is a really good mascara. The formulation of these is significantly different because this is a very wet, waxy formula. This is super, super dry formula. So these both create really fluffy lashes. What I will say about this one is you can do 3 coats with this one. This one, 2 coats is good. But with this one, 2 coats will do you and you'll be perfectly happy with the finish of it. But yeah, formulation-wise, very, very different. Next, let's talk Lily Lolo Mascara. Now, this mascara wand is very similar to the Better Than Sex. So it has like that hourglass shape. Now, the formulation on these, again, is different because this is waxier. However, this one does not make your lashes look quite as fluffy. So the formulation on this is definitely different. This will give you a fluffy lash look, if you know, with when you first apply it, it's a fluffy lash look. This one just does not give you that effect, but it does give you beautiful, sexy lashes. So that's just the formulation different here. Like if you want a fluffier lash, you're gonna go here. If you want something that's a little bit maybe more of a traditional lash but very sexy look, you'll go here. And then last but not least, we have the Ilia mascara. Now I threw out my two, so I have just the mini. I'm waiting for my big one to come in. But so the difference here is going to be very significant. So the brush on this one is a plastic brush, and it has short bristles on one side and long on the other side. Now, again, formulation significantly different in terms of waxy consistency. This one is just waxier, and this one dries down a lot slower than all of these. Actually, it dries down a lot slower than any mascara, honestly, I've ever tried, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I just think that is something to note. This mascara is really interesting because, again, this one doesn't necessarily give you a fluffy lash, just like this one. However, this one gives you a fluffy lash. This gives you more, again, of that really, really long lash. Like these two specifically, the Lily Lolo and the Ilia mascara, give you a very long lash. All of these mascaras here that I talked about today really hold a curl beautifully. However, this one holds the curl the best. Now with this one, when it comes to curl, it holds a curl and it stays pretty long, but towards the end of the day, you will find a little bit more of a droop than, let's say, with the Lily Lolo. And I do think that just has something to do with the formulation, but it does look beautiful. And in terms of my opinion of this, I really like this mascara. I find that with all mascaras, I kind of have to do a trial and error on how I like to use them best, because everyone is kind of different. The formulation is different. I had to learn with all of these how I best like to use it to get the lash look I like. I like a 2-coater with this one. And some days I do just do 1 coat, and I find that 1 coat will do me with this because this mascara packs a punch in a way that impresses me so much. Okay, like when you apply 1 coat, you're literally shook to your kneecaps because it's so freaking good. Like you don't need a 2nd coat with this one, and that to me is wild. Like I usually do 2 coats because I need 2 coats, but with this one you do not need 2 coats at all. But you can do 2 coats and you'll be fine. You can do 3 coats, just wait for it to dry and then like apply a little bit more. But it's really nice. I like the way that it lasts, the way that my lashes look at the end of the day, although they are a little bit more drooped down, let's say, than maybe if I used one of my other mascaras. The curl holds really well, and that really impresses me because the formulation is more waxy. I would think that they would droop down a lot more, but I don't have that. And I do think that if you are looking for a really super lengthening mascara, this might not be it for you. This really gives you like a fluffy lash and volumizes, but it does not necessarily give you a lot of length, but it does. I mean, your lashes are like wha-bam. Like they are very statement and really beautiful with this. And the fluffy lash look is just so sexy to me. I love it. So it definitely gives you more of like the bedroom eyes look if you're doing a bunch of coats. I really like it. Again, there's just a few things to note that you just have to be a little bit careful when you're taking it out, cleaning it off. Make sure you set your under eyes, and you'll be good to go. I really like this mascara. I would love to know, have you used it? And if you have used it, what are your opinions? And if you haven't used it, do you think you're going to purchase it and try it out? I'd love to know when maybe my videos influence you to purchase something or inspire you to purchase something. So definitely leave those comments down below. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Bye.